For fighters, fight fighters, fight fighters.
Believe the hype, Abdul Ahad Patel. I am here with Zach Fry. Zach, how you doing, man?
Doing good. On holiday, just come off a fresh win. Life don't
Yeah,
get much better right now.
yeah, man. You sent that boy to the shadow realm with that punch. Took his soul from him. Talk to me about that. Like, it's your second pro win now secured. Um, what felt different this time? Obviously, your debut. There's a lot of anticipation. Now you got the rapport going into the second fight. How was it?
It was good, obviously. I had a year out. I had some illnesses that I dealt with, and then I had some pull-outs that I dealt with. So I should have fought in March, sorry, but that didn't happen. And then I fought in May. So I had a year out, but within that year, I progressed so much in my career, physically, mentally, and I just feel like now's my time. I just become a different fighter, and it's just time to show levels now.
Yeah, man. Well, you certainly showed that. Like, obviously, first round, body shot. It was almost when you hit him with it, it was almost a delayed reaction. Then he was like, "Oh shit, I better go down." Um, did you anticipate the finish that way? I mean, body shots in MMA isn't something we see that often. Especially, um, especially on in the way you hit him. It was kind of like the shot broke up the engagement, and then he just kind of paused and then went down.
Um, to be fair, I didn't really anticipate it. I just went in there, just letting everything go, just naturally flowing. And but in training, two shots that I was working a lot was the knee to the face as he enters on the takedown,
Mm.
and I nailed that. And then I was working a lot of left hooks to the body. They were landing well in sparring. They were landing well in training, and it just happened naturally. It landed. It don't get much cleaner than how it landed. And then I just seen him on the floor, and I just knew it was done.
Yeah, man. Was anything surprising about? I mean, obviously you've been competing at UKFC for a while now. But was
Yeah.
there anything that surprised you about like the pace and the atmosphere of the event?
To be honest with you, I feel like the 5 minute rounds suit me a lot better anyway, rather than the 3 minute rounds as an amateur. I prefer the
Mm.
5 minute rounds. So for me, yeah, I preferred it. The atmosphere, I'm used to that. And if anything now, I feel like I just thrive off it now. And yeah,
What was what was you most happy about with your game? Like going into that fight and delivering that kind of
yeah.
performance and that finish. What was you most happy about that performance?
The thing that I'm most happy about was actually showing my level of striking. Like, I don't feel like I've ever shown how good my striking is. I've shown tiny little clips, even my wrestling and grappling. Like in the gym, you can ask my team. My team know me, and they know how good I am. And I know my skill set is world class. I know it is, and I know the level I'm at. But I've never really shown it in the cage. And this time, I feel like I really did show how good my striking is. And still, I've not even shown 50% of what I can do on the feet. Never mind my grappling or wrestling. I know my skill set. I know my level. And I don't even feel like I've shown majority of what I can do. Not even like not close to what I can do. So when I got in there and I let the hands go and I just flown and I just picked my shots, I was really happy with how it went. Yeah,
Yeah, man. I think it's a bit bittersweet, isn't it? Because like you said, you had a year off, and during that time, you can really hone in on your craft and develop and really push
definitely.
the boundaries of like learning new skills. But at the same time, as a professional fighter and arguably even as an amateur fighter, you gotta stay active. So
100%.
it's great to get the finish and the way you get it, but also there's the the bit where you also want to be able to perform and showcase what you've been learning over that time.
Definitely. Well, I went in there and in my mind I was expecting 3 5 minute rounds of like serious hard graft, like ready to go to a dark place to get the win.
Mm.
That's what I was expecting. I expect that every time. I don't expect anything less. And my opponent, he was 12-3 as an amateur. He was like a 5-time champion. He was the number one in UK Ireland. So I was expecting like a really, really tough fight. But I said this fight I will show levels and I'll show the level I'm at. And I clearly shown the level I'm at. I beat him like pretty convincingly, very easily. So now I think people are gonna know all about me now. They know what I bring to the table.
Oh, 100%, man. I think there was a lot going into this fight anyway, as like both of you have quite a credible history of amateurs.
Yeah,
So there was a lot of hype to this matchup anyway. Um,
yeah,
but you know, to take the scalp in the way you did, and like you said, like arguably the number one in the UK and Ireland, um,
yeah,
that's a big statement. And like it's not to undermine UKFC, but I think it's kind of like at a point with a statement win like that is like it puts other fighters on notice to say, hold on, this guy's coming through.
100%.
What's the next step? Like, do you keep building that sort of experience for the first couple of for the remaining or the next three fights in pro at UKFC, or do you look to jump to another promotion and start going up against, you know, bigger contenders?
Well, to be honest with you, when you look at resumes and stuff, I feel like the level of opponent I've just fought, he's up there with some of the likes of like people in Cage Warriors, Octagon, all these shows, like skill set level and record level. The guy was very good. I'm not going to get a much tougher fight than him within the first 4 or 5 fights in my career. They're all going to be at that level. But like I said last time, I just shown the level that I'm at now, and I know I can beat majority of guys out there right now in Europe on these Cage Warriors, Octagon, PFL. There's quite a few bantamweights out there that I've already looked at, and I feel like I can beat a lot of them. I'm just super confident in my abilities now, and like I really believe in it. And now I'm just gonna show it, and I'm just gonna start taking over now.
Yeah, man, I think it's testament to your striking as well. Not to dispute your grappling, but like seeing you in that exchange and seeing how you were picking the shots and you was moving your head and your body in a way where you weren't getting hit. I think it's really testament to show that your striking is at an elite level, and I think you can compete with the best out there. Rightly so. And I know it might be premature to say to some people because you're only two professional fights, but I think there's a type of fighter that comes along and they were professional long before they turned professional, if you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah,
And I think you really showcase that. And no one could dispute that because you just beat the number one guy.
100%. I agree. I've always had the skill set, and I've always had it in me, but I've just never shown it in the cage like I know I can. And then I just feel like now I'm pro, all the setbacks and stuff I've gone through, all the fights I've had, it's all just led me to this moment now. And now I'm at the point now where it really matters. I'm professional now, but this is the time now where I really believe in myself and I believe in how good I am. And this is where
Mm.
it matters now. So, like I said, 2026, 2027, I'm 100% taking over. I know I am.
Yeah, man. Yeah, definitely. Well, you know, body snatcher and all of that, whatever it is, you look like you came well prepared. Listen, I wanted to ask you around like mental preparation, around like
Yeah,
psychology of MMA and training. You know, most fighters would agree that being in MMA or boxing or a fighting profession is a very lonely sport. Despite the fact that you work with a team, etc., but it's you that has to go in there by yourself. It's you that has to put in all the graft when everyone else is sleeping and partying and working. Um, and then there's also the financial
yeah,
stability around it. What's mentally harder, like the build up to a fight
yeah.
or the silence that comes after?
You just broke up a little bit at the end towards that. What was that
Sorry,
last bit?
Zach. I said, what's mentally harder, the build up to a fight or the silence that comes after?
Um, Probably the build up to the fight because I don't care what anyone says. If you care about your career and you care about where you want to be in the sport, then you're going to be very nervous. You're going to put a lot of pressure on yourself because you know how bad you want it. So the build up to the fight, I don't care who you are. If you want it bad enough, you're thinking every single day about the fight, about your opponent, how you're going to win, possibilities of how you can lose. It all plays through your mind 1,000 times. But
Mm,
like I said, I've been here now, and I know how to deal with all these things now. So yeah, the mental preparation, I'd say back in the day, that's the thing that I probably struggled with most, the mental
mm,
battle. But now I just feel like I just know my level. I know my skills. I know my level. I know the people I train with. And I don't, there's not much better people that I can get around me. And I just know the level that I'm at, and I'm just starting to show it now. So yeah, I'd say the mental battle is the hard bit, like you said. But yeah, just know
mm.
how to deal with it all now. That's the hard bit. Yeah, and like you said yourself, all your friends going out partying, drinking and stuff. You can't do all that. So now I've got a very small circle. Everyone that I'm surrounded by, they're all chasing the same thing as me. So it makes life much easier.
Mm. You know, I saw a clip earlier with oh, I forget what the fighter's name is, UFC fighter that fought Alex Pereira, kickboxer, black dude. I forget what his name is. Uh, but he goes anyway. He goes before a fight.
Adesanya.
Not Adesanya. The big guy, quite stocky. Um, that's gonna bother me
Oh,
now.
Khalil Roundtree.
Khalil Roundtree. I've seen a clip with him, and he said before a fight, he gets a lot of
Yeah, yeah,
anxiety, and he's really like trying to fight the bitch out of him. And his coach will come up to him and say, "Just remember, you chose this. You don't have to be here. You chose this."
yeah,
Um, and I think it's quite telling because
yeah,
actually, like
100%.
when you look at it that way, you're like, yeah, I did choose this. I am here because I want to be. No one's forcing me. And then it makes you realize as well how much you actually want it and how
Yeah,
you actually want to be there. So I think that echoes what you're saying as well,
yeah,
is
yeah,
although there's a lot of anticipation and although there's a lot of mental warfare, actually it buckles down to you're here because you want to be here, and actually you've proven you belong here. Um,
yeah.
at this stage in your career, what sacrifices um, have you made that people around you probably don't see?
So many sacrifices. My life is, I go to the gym in the morning, I train, I go home, I eat, then I'll PT throughout the day, I'll teach the kids and stuff at the gym, and then I'll train at night. I do not have a social life anymore. I'm literally MMA every day, twice a day. I do not have a social life whatsoever. Like some people might look at the finishes, the wins and stuff, but like you said, 90% of people don't have a clue what goes on in the background.
Mm,
It's it's not for everyone, and that's why everyone don't do this sport.
mm. 100%, man. I completely agree with you. Like, and it's like I said, it can be very lonely and it can be very straining on a lot of aspects of your life,
Yep,
relationships, financials,
100%.
friendships, all of these things. But I think
Yep,
in a positive way, as a fighter and someone that's in these combat sports, you have to be obsessed, you have to be selfish, you have to be quite self-centered to achieve
yep,
where you want to go because no one could contribute to it.
100%. Yeah, I agree. Like, it does have a strain on your relationships, not only with like your missus, it's like family, friends, all these things you've got to put to the side. You can't be out partying, you can't be going out for food, you can't do all these things. You've literally got to sacrifice everything. And if you want to get far in this sport, you have to sacrifice everything. If you're not sacrificing everything, you're 100% not going to get far in this sport. It's a fact.
Mm, yeah, man. What how active are you trying to stay this year then, Zach?
I'm trying to be so active. Like I'm gonna fight September, fight December, hopefully finish the year 4-0 as a pro. Like now I should already be like 3-4-0, so I'm playing a little bit of catch up, but obviously everything happens for a reason, and I'm just grateful to be back in the cage, back competing. I didn't come out with any injuries, so I'm literally just gonna enjoy my holiday now and then back to work Monday, ready to get back in there September. Hopefully win that one, fight December, finish the year 4-0, and that puts me in good stead then.
Yeah, man. I feel like, you obviously you went in there well prepared and you come out
Yeah.
not doing any overtime, so it's kind of like, all right, cool, what's next? Do you have a opponent in mind for your next fight? Like, is there a type of opponent you want to kind of test your skill sets?
To be honest with you, I never ever pick and choose my opponent. My coach will just say to me, "You're confirmed, you're matched." That is literally it. I don't ask who, I don't ask when. I just get told this is your opponent, and that is it. I don't
Mm,
pick and choose fights. I will fight anyone they put in front of me 100%. When this fight got put in front of me, they were like, "You're confirmed." They didn't tell me, "Oh, do you want this fight? Do you want this fight?" My coaches know my skill set. They know the level I'm at. They know I can beat anyone out there. It's just on me to do that. And yeah, they said you're confirmed against Harrison Coventry. He were 12-3, number one in the UK. I didn't even second guess. I said, not a problem, let's go.
yeah, man. I love to hear that because it's more at this stage. I feel like it's more about you and the way you perform opposed to how you game plan against that person. Um,
Yeah, definitely.
So now credit to you, man. One of the real ones, one of the true ones. Just getting there with anyone and everyone. Just let them know the date, where and when, and you turn up and fight. Um, Listen, Zach, I'm excited to see your growth and see where you go, man. Especially off of that finish. And anyone that doesn't know you, I would recommend to go back and look through your amateur fights, and watch the two past previous professional fights and see what it is you're about. Um, I
Yeah,
know obviously we're in May now and September. That's a lot of time for you to, train, develop your skills, and come back even harder in September. So um, it's exciting to see what more you can do. So I know everyone my side is very excited to see where you go and what happens in your career. We just want to wish you all the best, and obviously in September we'll definitely catch up, and yeah, we look forward to it, man.
thanks for having me on. I appreciate it. I'll be back in September. I'll speak to you when I'm free and all,
Yeah, man,
and just
definitely.
follow the journey, man.
Hey, Zach, you look after yourself and enjoy your holiday, man.
Nice one, mate. Thank you. You too.
Take care, brother.
See you later, bro.